wanted to tell you something very interesting that I'm all wired. I wanted to tell you something very important. When a person he's got aliyah, a person can say, I have aliyah, I climbed, I achieved something, I had aliyah, spiritual development in my Avodat Hashem. So we have an issue with it. So when a person is saying, I have aliyah, so what does it mean, I have aliyah? Spiritually, when you have aliyah ruchanit, spiritual development, what do you mean when you say that? So you're not climbing nowhere, you're not getting somewhere, everything stays the same. Someone asks you, how are you doing? I have an amazing spiritual development, I have aliyah ruchanit, everything is the same. You look at the mirror, the same face. Everything is the same. You weigh the same. You height the same. You haven't moved at all. There's no movement. You can sit in front of the same book, and in one moment you're gonna have aliyah. You're gonna achieve something, and then you're gonna climb to somewhere, and then after 1 minute you go back to the same place. So what's aliyah? Aliyah is actually a way of God reveals Himself to you. That's what happens. When you're climbing, you're actually not moving nowhere. You're not going anywhere. The only thing that happens to you is that God is revealing Himself to you more. So you feel like you achieved something. So actually, when Hashem is coming to us, revealing Himself to us, so we feel like we're growing, we're developing. And when Hashem Yitbarach is hiding His face, so we feel that we're going lower. No, I had a horrible down, you don't know, I failed, I messed up, I sinned, I'm horrible. No. Just Hashem went away from you, and now you feel. So, first of all, we can understand from all of that it's all nonsense, that it's all a mistake. Because if everything that goes on inside of you depends in how much that Hashem Yitbarach is shining or hiding, so it's not you at all. So all of your conclusions that are coming to explain your development, it's not real. That's the power of imagination that is playing in your mind. Really, we're not exist, guys. We're just going through what that Hashem Yitbarach is taking us go through. There is nothing here. We're just not exist. It's all only Hashem Yitbarach. He's coming and going, and then Hashem. Now, let's talk about Hashem. Okay, Hashem come and go. Hashem is endless. Hashem is infinity. Hashem is there is no place at all in the world of Hashem. Hashem is beyond the place. So Hashem cannot come. So Hashem cannot go. There are no 2 points. In infinity, if you put 2 points, immediately you can put another point between them. And then now you have 2 points. Now put another one, you can put another one. It's spreading. It's always taking all of the surface that's not exist at all. There's no surface, no limits. So what's going on here? Okay, so maybe you're gonna go think about it for a couple of days, and then we'll meet again. We'll talk about it after Shabbos. So Hashem Yitbarach, He made something very special. And that special thing is that Hashem Yitbarach constricted Himself. He took Himself somehow and put Himself inside of a box, inside of a limited vessel. That's the world. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to create the world, so He was looking for a place to create the world, but it was all endless. It was all the light of Ein Sof, of infinity. So what He did? So He took Himself to the sides, Pina Makom Letzdadim, and He created an empty space in the center, no center, of the infinity. Okay, so Hashem Yitbarach, He said, that's the center. Okay. Like we set the center here in Rechavia. We said that that's the center. There was no center. Some French couple were living here, drinking champagne. Everything was cool. And we said, no, we need a center. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave them that idea to move, to live in another country, to move to another place. And now there is a center. So there was no center. Hashem Baruch Hu wanted to create the world. So what he did, he found the center of infinity and he moved himself to the sides. You cannot do those things. It's only a way for us to understand. Okay, now you took yourself to the side. So what's happening inside? Okay, now there's emptiness. There's no emptiness. Hashem Yitbarach, he blocked the light from entering into that circle, into that zone. And now that zone is just looks dark. If now the sun is shining and but the world is spinning all of the time, so in a certain time of the day you have darkness. It's night for you. Why it's night? Because the physical world is blocking the light of the sun, but is not erasing the existence of canceling the existence of the sun. The fact that you cannot feel the sun now, cannot see the bright light of the sun, doesn't cancel the existence of the sun. So the fact that now there is a certain limitation of us to feel the light of infinity, of Hashem, of the Creator, doesn't cancel the existence of the Creator in the creation. Just we cannot see it. So actually, Melo kol haaretz kevodo, the world, the creation is all full with His honor. He is filling the world completely. Just He is bringing in Himself back to that darkness with coverings. Melo kol haaretz kevodo, with His honor. His honor are His coverings. Like that, Amar Rabbi Yochanan kara lemaneh mechabduta, that Rabbi Yochanan called the honor outfits, clothings. Because a king, he wears royal garments, and a poor person wear rags, and you can see the difference between them because of what they're wearing. Oh, that's a very nice suit, probably is a rich person. Oh, amazing shoes. Okay, probably he paid for those shoes. Okay, so but you can learn the honor from the clothes of the person. But the truth is that those are just coverings. So what that we see here is only how that Hashem Yitbarach is dressing Himself, covering Himself. So with what we left off in the end of all of this story, that there is nothing except of Hashem. And who am I? I'm one of His outfits. We're all just coverings of Hashem Yitbarach. We're just levushin lishchinta. We're just outfits of the Shechina Kedosha, of the endless light of the Creator, that He decided to bring it down to us in stages, in levels. We said we're going to start giving classes in Kabbalah, so we're starting now. That's it for you guys. We need to understand there is nothing except of Hashem Yitbarach in His world. And David HaMelech, that he achieved such a high level, he could say to Hashem Yitbarach, Af ki ikteleni lo ayachel. Even if you want to kill me, I'm desiring you. He's not afraid to die. Why is not afraid to die? Rabbi Nachman of Breslev said, what's the difference? That person, he's buried Dalet Amot under the ground, under the earth, and the live person is walking on the surface, and there's no difference between them. One day you're here, one day you're there, and there's no difference. He said to his daughter, if you're going to come and speak to me while I'll be buried in my tzion, in my grave, it's like that I'm in a different room. Now, if your father is in that room, and you can knock on the door, and he's saying, hello, shalom aleichem, ma nishmat, Omer lo, Abba, father, it's me, I need you, can you help me? Yes, and Shomea, what do you need? It's like that he's in front of you, there's no problem. The fact that a person died now doesn't really take him out of the world. Why? Because the world does not exist. Because olam milshon ne'elem, the world is just blocking the light of truth. The world calls alma de shikra, world of lie. It's just a fake. We're just inside of an illusion. It's just a temporary world that in this world, in this period of time, we have a mission. What's the mission? The mission is only not to forget the Creator, to remember that it's all Him, never to fall in the trap of all of those coverings, of all of those husks, of all of those things that are confusing us and saying, no, look at me. Hey, no, look at me. No, I'm here. No, I'm important. No, what you gonna do? All of those situations are just coming to test you. In that main test, if you're going to remember that there is nothing except of Him, you're going to forget Chas v'Shalom. That's the mission. And the mission is not finishing with that. The mission is, that's my mission. Okay, I need always to remember. And now when I remember, I need to find what's the inner will, what's the motive, what moves this machine to work. What's the will of all of this crazy system that works here? That got endless numbers of details that are running the machine to work. Now you want to eat something. I gave that example so many times. You want to eat pickles in the morning. You know how many people were running for that stupid can to stand on your table? People are waking up every day at 5 a.m. in the morning, waking up, wearing their clothes with their eyes are still off. Sorry, my wife, I have to go to work. Can't help you today with the children. Going, jumping on his truck, going, driving 7 hours from one side of California to the other, driving, stoned as hell, dead, drinking in every restaurant, every motel he's stopping, have another coffee, and he's driving, and people are working and designing the sticker that you will have those cucumbers, and farmers working as slaves, waking up, no noon, no breaks, working, cutting their hands and their pants and changing outfits, also in factories to provide outfits for all of the workers that are working in the field. They need a shovel, and they need tractors, and they need trucks, and all of the world is working. Baruch atah Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam, borei perei ha'adama. Finish. What's happened? What's going on in the world? All of this crazy machine, and that's what you know. We're bringing the top layer of what it really happens with those cucumbers. How many particles in the air, in the temperature, and the sun, and the weather, and the rain, and the water, and where the water are coming from, and every drop of water contains some spiritual energy that is providing certain energy and particles that required for that specific cucumber that you're about to bite. And Hashem is making it all perfect that it's going to heal you, or Chas Shalom, going to wake you up to look for Hashem Yitbarach in a different way. Oh, my stomach. Everything in the creation is working under the rules of the Creator, that it's all infinity, that it's all eternal light of the Creator, just dressed in covers. And our mission as believers, as truth seekers, as mevakshei amana, people that are asking for faith, is to look beyond the physicality of the situations and to ignore the physicality completely. Not to be bothered about money, not to be bothered about what people think about me, not to be bothered about how do I look, and not to be bothered about how do I feel. Just always to try to look for what is the inner will of the Creator, the Father of this creation, for me. How can I nullify myself completely, erasing myself completely to be one with Him and not to be part of all of those distractions, that I will never gonna block the light of Hashem Yitbarach from no one else. Like that I told you. Even if I gave a very powerful speech and I was talking and 50,000 people saw that video and been inspired, and one jerk couldn't hear my words and he was angry at me, furious. He said, he's the devil, he is a heretic, that person, and you look at the person, he's got horns of the devil in his thumbnail, in his picture, and he is writing stupid things, and if you're going to watch the things that he liked, you're going to see that that person is paranoid and sick in his mind, and he thinks that he's Mashiach, and he's sick, and you know, he is not the one that's going to testify on me if I'm right, kosher, or righteous or not. For sure, he's sick. But the fact that when I spoke to that person, I was not able to supply for him the light of the Creator, it's my problem, not his. Because yes, he is the farthest one of them all. He is the most bent and crooked and stupid one of them all. Yes, he is totally ruined, damaged completely. But I was not able to reach down to his place. It was not in my powers to go down and to heal him in his place. And why? Not because of Hashem, because Hashem is endless. And if Hashem Yitbarach is endless, so Hashem Yitbarach can reach every point in the universe if Hashem wants. But He put me here. He put me to think that I'm here. He put a certain illusion. He covered His light also through me. So, if the light of the Creator haven't been revealed to the lowest levels, it's because of only one thing. That's my responsibility. I haven't nullified myself completely to Hashem. This is why the light of the Creator is not illuminating and shining and washing to all of the lowest levels. If now the moon is dark, is it because of the moon? No. The moon is not supposed to provide light. The moon is supposed to receive the light that the sun brings. So now, if the moon is dark, there is a problem with the sun. The problem is not in the moon. When it's written that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the moon and the sun, they had an argument. And they both came to Hashem Yitbarach and said, you cannot put two kings in one crown. One going to be the king of the day, one going to be the king of the night. We cannot both be kings. So Hashem Yitbarach said to the moon that she was the speaker of all of their discussion before. He told her, okay, you're right. So he constricted the moon. He shrinked the moon. He took off the light of the moon and made her be dependent in the sun. So now we all think, okay, the moon got punished. She opened the mouth. That's it. Hashem told her, okay, now you're going to pay. Now you're going to be dependent in your husband, like the wife that she depends in her husband. Great. Who is the real one to suffer? You think the wife? No, the husband. Now the husband needs to supply light to the moon. Now he needs to take care of her. He needs to light, to shine to her. He needs to smile, to make her happy, to make her smile, to make her satisfied, to make her happy, to make her rich. Who needs to work for two now? The sun. So both of them received what they asked for. If you're not satisfied with your job, with your mission, Hashem Yitbarach is going to let you work. You can work as a poor person, and you can work as a rich person. You can work like the moon, and you can work like the sun. There's no problem, but you're going to work. As long as you're not nullifying yourself to the Creator completely, and then you don't care. I'm low, I'm high, I'm tall, I'm rich, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm pretty, I'm beautiful, I'm blonde, I'm brown, I'm wise, I'm stupid, I remember, I forgot, I'm learning, I'm not. As long as you care, you're blocking the light of Hashem Yitbarach in the world. Only when you're not going to care at all, like Rabbeinu is saying in Torah Kuf Nun Hey 155, my favorite Torah. This is why, until you're going to reach that level, that you could not care at all, what is going on with you. Lo echpat le shum davar. He doesn't care on anything. Just he's doing what he needs to do in his avodat Hashem. He doesn't care, lo echpat lo. He doesn't care about no cancellings and no confusions and no mistakes.
What does that mean, though? What does that mean?
It means that when a person is going through something, now you say, hey, I realized Hashem commanded us, we need to learn Torah. Great. Now, my wife, today, I'm going to the kollel. What? How can you go to the kollel? Are you crazy? You need to take the kids to the kindergarten. We need to help me. I need to do shopping. So what are you talking about? My laundry, my things. Okay. Now, what are you doing with those contradictions? I have the will and the obligation to go and to learn Torah. And from the other side, I must respect my wife and to make her happy and to take care of all of her needs. What do I do? So first of all, you need to be happy. That's first of all. Not to care. Okay, I'm not going to learn. No, I'm not going to learn. Okay, it's okay by me. You need to check. What? So now I'm not going to learn. I'm never going to learn. Always. No. You need to solve all of your problems. But you cannot upset your wife. You cannot fight with your wife. So first of all, you need not to care about that canceling. Who canceled you now from going and learning Torah? Hashem Yitbarach. So now it's not your wife to blame. Hashem Yitbarach stopped you. You're about to go. You need to be happy. Thank you, Hashem Yitbarach, that I wanted with a complete heart to go and learn Torah. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. I'm happy on the fact that I wanted to serve you, Hashem. I'm completely happy on that. Now I need to help my wife. Thank you, Hashem, that you give me the opportunity to fix and to work and to help and to provide and to be the man that my wife needs me to be. Thank you, Hashem. Go help her happily. Now you have free time. You want to solve that problem? Hashem Yitbarach. Go do it bodedut. This morning I wanted to learn Torah. I thought that that's what you wanted for me, that I'm going to go and learn Torah. But I couldn't do it. You stopped me. My wife, she was so poor, she was so sad, she was so upset. If I wouldn't help her, I would destroy her. I didn't want to do that. You saw I was good. I was helping her. Can you please help me to understand why I'm not able to learn Torah? Why I don't have that Mary to sit and learn Torah. Can you please give me the Mary that I will learn Torah? If you would take that conversation to the right place, to Hashem Yitbarach, you're going to have amazing results. You're going to have amazing understandings. You're going to have amazing developments. Hashem is going to answer your prayers. Because you came from an honest place, from a place of truth, Hashem will answer your prayers. You're going to be answered. But if instead of talking to Hashem, means instead of understanding that it's all Hashem, you would blame your wife, you would tell her, you're stopping me, but what do you want from me? But what are you doing? But again, but I'm not learning. You know how your house is going to look? Like a bonfire. That's it. You kill the house. You destroy the house. And then just go buy marshmallow and put it on top of the head of your wife. And that's it. Sweet life. Sweet wife, sweet life. She's dead. She's done. And who is dead after her? Your children and your life destroyed. That's it. You're dead. You're done. You're finished. Why? Because you didn't get the message. Because you didn't saw that it was Hashem Yitbarach that was blocking the light from you. So what can you do to fix it? You need to go to the one that is above. And not to blame the messengers. If I have a problem in my house, if I'm going to talk about it with my children, are they going to learn? Come on. They're not going to listen. Until I'm going to fix myself completely, that Hashem going to illuminate and shine on my children to heal them, to make them wiser and holier and purer, they will never going to have that light. If I'm the one that blocks the light from them, how can I blame them to live in darkness? If Hashem Yitbarach told me that I need to make my wife happy, and now she is sad and upset, how can I blame her? It's my obligation to make her happy. So how can I blame her on being sad? It's my obligation. If it's my obligation to bring money, to bring parnasah to the house, so can I blame my wife that she's spending money? I cannot. I can just understand that I need to provide more. And I'm not able because I'm working already 16 hours every day. And I also need to catch mincha. And I also need to catch the train. So what can I do? I need to go to the one that he is the one that is supplying all of the money, that he is on, farnes lakol, brings every, and then you have problems with him, that the light is not shining. Okay, go to the source. Don't start fighting, not with your company, with your friends, with your people, and not with yourself, blaming yourself. Oh, I keep forgetting. You keep forgetting. Hashem is blocking your mind. This is why you don't remember. When Hashem will want you to remember, you won't be able to forget. There is nothing except of him. And that's reality. And we also believe in that when we cannot see it. It's not our faith that there is nothing except of him. That's the truth, that there is nothing except of him. That's the reality. That's the nature. That's the creation. That's the world. It's him blocking his light from us. But in times of darkness, when we're down, when he's hiding himself from us, then we should believe that it is exactly like that we learned that it is. The Torah is revealing to us the truth that we should follow, also in times of darkness. But the truth is that there is no day and no night, no up and no down, no measure, no size, no limitations. It's only infinity, light of the Creator, that is covered with coverings.